Hi, Sag Rising. Let's do your reading. Okay, so right here we have a Sagittarius rising chart. And so everything for you, this is good. It's in your, the sun and Mercury and Uranus are all here in your 5th house. Delightful house of fun. You guys have been having a lot of heavy energy. And I think finally, you're going to get some fun. Possibly some romance. It feels ambitious and sporty, and I don't usually see it that way, but we'll see. So what is the sun going to bring you? It's very, sun in Aries is, it's happy there. He likes it there. It's active and action, and especially in the fifth house, it could be sport. I mean, it's fun. It's a fun energy. Right next to him is Mercury, who is in retrograde. It has been. This is a chart for April 5th. It's the same chart as I did in the intro. It's just that this one is a Sagittarius rising for that day. So that you can follow along. So Mercury in retrograde, this is revisiting, having a conversation about something that you're revisiting, or someone getting communication from someone from your past, either a child or like your child, because that house rules that as well, or an old romantic interest. Or maybe this is someone who you attempted to, or had a romantic interest in the past, and hi, here they are. They want to have a talk. Something like that. Right now I'm going to pull on Saturn. So again, all that Capricorn energy is not going anywhere. It is going to remain in your 2nd house. Now this can really mess with your sense of, with Saturn here, and Mars and Pluto, this harsh energy for the next 2 years. Now at its finest, at its best, if you're doing your work, especially with that Jupiter in Scorpio up here, and we'll talk about that when I pull on him, because that is your work right now. That is what you're supposed to be tending to. Even though I'm going to be talking and focusing on other things, on the larger scale, what you guys need to focus on right now is your spirituality. I promise you, you need to do that. Come up with a daily practice. It's really for you. And I know I talked about this last time in last time's video. If you are able to do your work with that Jupiter in Scorpio, and I feel like for a lot of you, I haven't read any Scorpio risings in quite some time. You guys don't get private readings very often because you know a lot. There's just certain signs. It's like they know everything, so why bother? And that's cool. I'm one of them, so don't worry. I feel like for a lot of you, this is confronting shadow side things that that you're probably not aware of, right? Spiritually, this is getting in there deep into spirituality. If you are not comfortable or familiar with your shadow side, you should be getting real acquainted with it right now. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. Let me focus more down on here and we'll go back to Jupiter. Saturn, what I was going to say, if you're doing your work, then Saturn in the 2nd house is really taking charge, learning, and being open to the lesson of learning, which is very difficult with this energy because it's very restricting. So you guys are either having lots of issues with self-esteem, self-worth, questions of that. Am I worthy? Am I the hot stuff I thought I was? Or you guys aren't really pessimists, so I won't go there, but it could be the other direction, you know, maybe I'm not a loser like I thought or whatever. Probably not. It's probably the other way. It's getting kicked down a notch. If you were flying too high on yourself. Another way that this can play out is obviously financial restriction. This feels more like a conversation. I get the sense that you guys finally got a little bit of happiness here in an unexpected way. It's just what I feel. We'll see if that is correct. Saturn and Mars together is not fun energy for most of us. I'm not feeling it stronger one way or another. This is taking responsibility for your sense of self-worth, or taking responsibility, like in a boss way, like that. Like with Saturn and Mars there, this can be a really angry, restrictive thing with money, with self-worth, people coming at you with anger and making you question yourself and where you're at, and if it's even worth it, what you're doing. It could be. It can also be taking responsibility for your drive to be a boss in a creative way, with that Sun and Mercury over there in the 5th house. You know what I mean? Like, okay, clearly this way's not working, and I'm going to come up with a new way aggressively. I don't feel like the way is aggressive. I feel like maybe some good ideas, collaboration, could be spirited. It could all the way to downright angry. Pluto, of course, is where you're transforming, and he is in positive flow with your spiritual planet here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull in the moon over here. This is just an indicator of your overall emotional state. The moon moves very fast, so it'll be more your feelings, your state of feelings regarding whatever it is we uncover, your emotional state of being for the month. Hopefully, you can't really say for the whole month, I mean, because your emotions change all the time. But overall, kind of your emotional state. Let's just go counterclockwise. Let's go ahead and go to Jupiter, who is in positive flow over there to the Pluto. This is intense. Hopefully, I hope this can be intense transformation in a spiritual way, like a light bulb moment is what I'm feeling for you guys. Maybe dreaming of things, or maybe you have developed a spiritual practice of some sort and come to one of those like lightning bolt moments of, whoa, that was intense, and you realize something that's possible. Over here, your North Node is in the 9th house. So you're in the process of intense learning right now, learning how to be a leader, learning how to communicate in such a way, a leadership that is, I just get the sense over and over again that many of you have been in a space of being well regarded, well known by the masses. You were popular. I'm looking down here at this. For your great ideas and your ability to communicate with larger groups. What destiny is bringing you right now is situation after situation that is teaching you to be a leader in larger ideas and philosophies, and it's not, I feel it, it's not always popular. It's just not. And so that's a hard thing to come from, because I think you guys are used to speaking and everybody going, holy shit, you're amazing. What can you not say? What can you not do? You know, being just very well regarded in your communication. But with Leo in the North Node, that is not going to happen in that area. No way. You know why? This is chitter-chatting with everybody and being charismatic and interesting, and people, you know, one-on-ones, or not one-on-one, but like in a group, and with associations that aren't, you know, super close to you, kind of wheeling and dealing and being well regarded, because you're tuned in very well with how to do that, right? And so it's like, oh, it's you, welcome, and that's what you've been used to. And I would be very surprised if you have not been feeling the heat of being in the spotlight for what you say, and people booing you, basically, like, yes, boo. You're like, what? So, you know, hence questioning your worth, questioning whatever. It's all tying together, because you're going to have some huge transformation next year. So I would take this lesson extremely seriously in what it's meant for. It is meant to bring you situation after situation after situation, to turn you in, you know, to somebody that when you speak, even if it's a giant change, people listen. Not because you got moxie and charisma and all of that, but because it's the right thing to do and you believe in it. Not to advance yourself, not like that. Not to stroke your brilliant ego, but because it's correct. It's right. That is why so many Leos are leaders. They do the right thing. They, you know, when they make decisions, and when because they shine, they're seen, and they know it. And you need to do the same. Venus in Taurus. This is your day-to-day activity. Now, what this is calling upon you to do, because she and he will be opposing each other, not this month, but next month. That is going to be a real lightning rod moment for you. For a lot of people, it's going to be romantic, and I do not feel that for you. What your mission is in the next month or two is to love yourself enough to come up with, if you have not already, with a spiritual practice to honor and love yourself, to honor and love this transformation that you're going through that is difficult. It's difficult in the way of, this is like going from being the football captain, and everybody's like, ooh, hi, you know, that's what you're used to, being adored because you're interesting and all of that. And you're now in a position where you go from being the high school quarterback, and then you go, I don't know, have to go be captain of, you know, your college team and take more responsibility. And so, you know, it's larger and getting booed. You're like, what? I can't believe they're booing me. What? Like that. That's, you know, I feel it. I don't know. I haven't turned anything over yet. I could be full of it, and I'm wrong. So we'll see. Okay. Uranus. There's some unexpected vibe to what's going on in this fifth house, this conversation that's being illuminated, this situation that felt sporty, but it doesn't have to be. It could be romance. It could. It could. We shall see. And then down here, Neptune going to your all's deepest emotional core, which is also extremely spiritual, is also extremely confusing. This is just your emotions just being everywhere. Everywhere. Because he's awake right now. You'll get a break from all this confusion when Neptune goes retrograde. I don't know when that is. If anybody wants to know, just comment and I'll look it up. I can't do that math in my head. It's too hard. I'm not gifted like that. Neptune and Pisces, your chart just screams maturing spiritually, which is probably the least fun maturation process you can possibly go through. Ooh. All right, one more. South Node in Aquarius. Yeah, y'all would be way more comfortable in Aquarius energy. Also, because it's detached. You can leave it whenever you want. Because y'all are known for that. Okay, detachment, I mean, when you want to. You're much more engaged than an Aquarius, but still. All right, let's get in there. For the sun. Here we go. What is being illuminated in their 5th house of fun, creativity, and romance? Oh. Money, money, money. Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. This feels like an offer. I'm all excited now. Mercury. Wow, you guys. There's going to be some sort of conversation about, this feels very business to me. So, I am like on the edge of my seat excited. So I feel like you're going to get an offer this month. Okay, I got to keep going because I need more information. I got to know now. Saturn. This feels like a promotion or, fuck yeah. So this is there's a new financial beginning here. Very much so. Why it's in the 5th house? Well, fuck, because it makes you happy, happy, happy. This feels like a goal that you've had. And represented by Mercury, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is almost coming to, it's like establishment money or a conversation about the institutional money, something like that. I'm not feeling family money, not. It could be, I don't think so. So I just turned this one over. This is Saturn in Capricorn in your financial sector. Palace of Cups. This is putting you are loving your financial situation right now. And this conversation about it. Wow. You are a boss. I can tell. What about Mars? Now this is drive and it can borderline be aggressive. It can be angry. It can also be just like being a boss who's getting shit done. So I have 6 of Swords and 7 of Swords. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is what's coming at you. 6, this is traveling for work, people traveling to you, to have communication with you. Be careful what you share. 7 of Swords is, there's someone, I felt this before for you, there's someone here that does not wish you well in your endeavors. So you're feeling all emotionally fulfilled and in your power. That's where the anger is. So you're a boss, you're at the top, a lot of you. This is executive shit. And then, of course, we have to have the naysayer. This is more than a naysayer. This is a liar. This is somebody who intentionally lies and is trying to steal from you. So watch out in the month of April. If you are, in fact, a big money guy or girl, let's say you have a job. It really doesn't have to be. I mean, it's all relative. If you're the manager of McDonald's, you're making a shit ton more than the people you're managing, right? This is people traveling to talk to you, to have this conversation, or you to them. The conversation is decidedly financial. You're feeling totally at ease. Ugh, now I'm feeling naive. Be careful. This is sabotage. I feel it. It's represented by Mars too, which is, don't email me if you're an Aries and all of that. I am talking about strictly the energy. Mars energy is quick, it's fast, it's aggressive, it's passionate. Passionate's not always good. Somebody can passionately hate you. It's reptilian. It's base energy, but effective. Military is Mars. Warriors are Mars. I'm not saying it's not better or worse or whatever. I'm just saying that somebody here, if not more than one, I feel like there's 3 or 4 of them. That's what I feel. Coming to see you or you going to see them, you're all at ease and in your power. I would not be so comfortable. That's what I have to say about that. Sorry, but that's what I have to say about that. Wow, we definitely got to get in here. Okay, let's go over here because she's in positive flow. This is your day-to-day activity, and she is in Taurus, which is also financial. Venus in your 6th house of job. It's your job. Day-to-day living is part of that. 9 of Cups reverse and 3 of Cups. What did I tell you? This is almost under the guise of celebrating or partying, office partying, or it's like you get invited, or something like that, or you invite people. It's a gathering for the, I don't know how else to say it, the peons, your underlings, okay? Either they invite you or you invite them. You feel good about it. You think they're friendly. You think they're gonna, this feels bad. I don't like it. This is not getting what you want, not getting wish fulfillment. This is, celebrating. There's no other way to say it. It's like a party or something. This is weird. Weird. Let's go ahead and see what the surprise element is in this scenario. Chariot. My initial hit is somebody's trying to move in on you here, dethrone you. And it's somebody you believe to be your friend or your ally. It's drama. Let's go up here. It just bothers me when it won't highlight. I don't know why. It's not important. Obviously, I'm there. Okay. North Node in Leo. How's your leadership? I knew it. There it is. There's the person. Look out. Look out for some. It's a female. It is a female. This isn't it could be this, it could be male, it could be female. This bitch is someone that you hold in high regard. High regard. Like, you think she's smart as fuck. Like, you admire her. You think she's smart. She could have been a mentor. You could have mentored her. This is how you see her. Like, her words are golden. Everything she tells you, you're like, ooh, you're so smart. So smart. There's no emotion here. I'm not saying you have the hots for her or whatever. I'm just saying you see this person as extremely smart, extremely correct, And that's about, like, their word is gold. That keeps coming to me. She's reversed. This bitch is after you. Okay? Sorry. I usually don't say things that strong, but I feel it. So, okay. What it feels like is some sort of gathering is called. This could be family. I don't know. Some sort of gathering is called. You're all at ease. You're a boss. You're, feeling just fantastic about everything, doing your thing. Some sort of gathering is called. There's a conversation about almost like the institutional family is what I'm feeling. If not your family. I don't feel it's family. It could be. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you're feeling all proud of yourself for making this gathering happen. As the boss, you're all secure and happy in it. And like I said, you go or they come. You're just expecting a good time, or I don't know. Like you're not thinking much of it. And it feels like you get very taken on by this Queen of Swords here. She is moving in on you. She might lie about you. She might not. She might have some wicked, harsh things to say. But she's trying to take your position. Whatever it is. Or override you, overrule you, move in on you. That's it. That's what I feel. So over here, North Node or South Node. This is what you're supposed to. Okay, you trusted some. Oh my God. Okay. You trusted someone, and this is probably a lifelong problem, is what I'm feeling. You trusted someone, held them in high regard before they were proven. I would be shocked if this is someone you've known for, a huge amount of time. Over 5 years or something. You held them in high regard. You trusted the shit out of them. You probably told them things. And I think you're going to regret that. I'm sorry. Well, let's just get in there and fucking hash it out and figure it out, okay? There's always these kinds of things are always for you. Always, always, always for you. All right, Jupiter in Scorpio. Spirituality. Okay, like I said, if you're not dedicating yourself to spiritual endeavors, whatever that means to you, you know what I was doing when I had that transit? I was depressed as fuck and learning how to do cards. That was my spiritual practice. Everything in my life went wrong, and that's the only thing. I just wanted to be home all the time, and that was my spiritual practice, really reevaluating my life. It is not a happy transit. I don't care what anybody says. I've yet to see anybody going like, oh my God, I'm in a cave and I'm seeking and it's amazing. No. Mm-mm. If you were really that amazing, you would be like in Calcutta tending to orphans and shit, and nobody would know. When we are not doing what we are supposed to do, especially in spirituality, because need I remind you again, you are going to be, your life is going to it's going to blow up. It's going to get even better. If it's already great, it's going to get even better. I think you're going to get knocked down a few notches. And here's why I think that. I think you have chosen to focus on career things and money things instead of spiritual things. Jupiter in Scorpio, you might as well have Pluto in your 12th house. It's the same idea. It is time to radically transform how and why it is you do what you do. That's it. You must. All right? And if you're going to focus and be all puffed up on yourself, and because I feel like a lot of you are high level. This feels like you have a cigar in your mouth and your feet on your desk, okay? You're like full, you like it. And there's nothing wrong with liking your own success. But we tend to, as humans, people, have a very either or mentality. I gotta focus here. It is possible to give your focus to more than one thing and not be scattered. That's fine. Go to work, do your thing, be executive. You're getting naive and lazy with who it is you're trusting. So be careful. I see this a lot in people who come to me for readings about business and money. It gives you a false sense of being unstoppable, right? Because we tend to feel like, oh, this isn't dependent on my relationships or people or whatever. You could not be more wrong. It is absolutely based on your relationships and people. And once you get to a certain level, there you are. No. So what is North Node? North Node, that Queen of Swords, is always going to bring you experiences, okay, to turn you into a better leader and to learn about being a leader. One of the things that you need to learn about being a leader is that people lie, are not truthful, politic, especially if you're high level. That's what they want it. There's envy, there's greed, and I see a little bit of this in you, and I'm not crapping on it. This is so common. Second only to relationship readings. Is feeling all high in your career, thinking nowhere to go but up because you're so high in your career. Well, this Queen of Swords reverse is going to come along and help you out with that perception. There's going to be a real threat to you. Why? Because you're over here in your day-to-day life, taking trips, trying for celebrations, office parties. It's low buzz energy, okay? You need to, this is one of the most spiritual cards in the deck for an individual. It's a seeker. He's a seeker. You're supposed to be doing this, and you're not, okay? And what the universe does is say, all right, wait a minute, he's throwing parties or she's throwing parties and spending money and super emotionally satisfied with themselves. Why aren't they in a cave meditating like they're supposed to be? We better help them out with that. we better help them out with that. With a nice hefty dose of betrayal to make him sad, so he'll go home and do that. That's what I see. That is what I see. What is the spiritual lesson? It should be something to that effect. You're going to have to let go of some illusions and fantasies in your emotional core. It's no accident that Saturn, being a boss for you, is represented by the Palace of Cups. You know what this is? This is being super emotionally satisfied. But it's Saturn. You're not learning what you need to learn. You're getting too puffed up, okay? The universe is going to help you out with that. It's going to disillusion you through betrayal. I'm sorry to say it so plain. It's just the way it is. feel your disappointment. It just, I almost want to cry. Feels like a et tu, Brute, no. And they do. They betray you. You trusted them. But this is about you. This is about you being over trusting, over into being satisfied with what you got. You cannot rest on your laurels in this astrology here. No way. No. All right, what's your emotional state? Paralyzed, you're in disbelief, like. But you know what? Very similar energy to the Hermit. Well, you're going to get to the Hermit. You're just in a suspended, it halts everything. That's just what it does. Pluto's the last one. What are you trying to transform here? Okay. You got, she's so beautiful. You got Queen of Cups. You got some serious naivete, is what I'm saying here, and you need to emotionally mature. You know, you could be the most awesome, ambitious business person on earth and making a shit ton of money and getting things done and all that stuff. Lessons of being over trusting are extremely difficult and hurtful. It's always for you. Always. Take the lesson with grace so that you can move past it. It's going to get dark soon. I'm going to turn off my light. Okay. Let's get in there. I'm going to clarify the Sun with the Ace of Coins. There is, it could be a party because you got promoted and people are coming to congratulate you, or it's something like that. You're blindsided. That's all I know. That's for sure what I can see. Ace of Pentacles for the Sun. Why is the Ten of Coins here? Ten of Pentacles. You know, that can be, tens are completions. So I have a feeling it's telling you the days of you focusing on your awesomeness and abundance and business are over for right now. Because that is not where you're supposed to be focusing. I think that's why I was excited for you, because I feel your excitement. This Venus over here, I definitely want to know. Like I said, it's my feeling that this party, this get together or whatever, is a huge disappointment. Huge. Tell me more about that Queen of Swords up there. Jesus, these are not usually that jumpy. Ooh. Some decks are super jumpy and some are not. This one typically is not. It is today. Okay. Tell me more about that Queen of Swords that's bringing you a destined karmic lesson. Queen of Swords. What is Queen of Swords? What's signifying there for them? And then I want to know the Chariot, this surprise element. What is the Chariot, a surprise element in the 5th house? That's the one where I felt like somebody was moving in on you. I want to know more about, I already pulled on Mercury. Want to know more about, well, no, I don't need that one. Mars, definitely. I want to know more about this Six of Swords, and this is the one where I felt like there was shenanigans afoot. So this is a vice versa tarot. I always know what it is. Right. Palace of Cups. Why are you all emotionally complacent? That's House of Cups for Saturn. It just doesn't match. Saturn's all business. This is going to be a difficult month. Hermit. Jupiter and Scorpio. This is radical spiritual transformation that needs to happen. Let's all take a breath. For the sun, this Ace of Cups says being illuminated. What's being illuminated is you're going to get an abundant new beginning, but it will not be in money. You got the Hermit again. There's no backwards here. The way I read this deck, and for those of you who've been emailing me, telling me how to read, you know what? Fuck off and go read it yourself. Everybody reads differently. It works for me, and that's what I'm going to do, okay? This is the embarking. This is near the finish line. You're just embarking. This is a tangible new beginning and seeking in spirituality. You need to see your spirituality as important as your finances, as important as your career. I don't know why it's so essential for you guys. Well, I do and I don't. It is, though. I cannot overstate it enough. Even if you feel stupid doing it, I don't care. Try. You keep getting this message. Everything's repeating, basically. So for this 10 of Pentacles, where I said it was like, and it's for Mercury, this is a review. You're moving on. You're going to have to move on. This conversation that puts you into hermit mode makes you retreat. It makes you emotionally have to move on. You are no longer puffed up. Nope. Eventually, it's going to bring you what you desire, but not right now. Let's do Venus. And so this is the one where there's an incredible letdown by this, party or whatever this thing is, or collaboration of some sort. It's going to cause you, it's the Fool. It's going to cause a whole new beginning. It's going to make you start all over again. How? I don't know. The surprise element of the Chariot, this is where I said somebody is going to move in on you. And that somebody is that guy. Somebody that you did not anticipate or see. They're somehow in cahoots over here with this Queen of, well, fuck, let's just go over there. This Queen of Swords reversed. Once again, wow. She's doing you a favor. I want you to remember that. You're going to perceive it like she hurt you really badly and kind of ruined your life a little bit. And she did. Why? This is where readings get very deep. I'm sorry if you came here for, a fluff love reading or something. It's not. This is deep. In the 9th house, these are overall philosophies. This tells me that you have a legacy, a long history of trusting the wrong people. I get the sense that you trust people and don't stick around long enough to see whether or not that trust was warranted. I feel like you've stuck around somewhere for a length of time. You've climbed to the top of whatever it is you're working in, and your larger philosophy on life is changing. Like, maybe I don't need to move around so much. Maybe I can be, here or whatever. And here's the thing. The tactics of what worked for you in the past, over trusting, ingratiating yourself, being the football captain, metaphorically, need to transform. It just does. So when that time comes, we attract people into our lives to help us do that. When we are not focusing on what we're supposed to be focusing on, they steer us in a different direction because we are not aware, or we're aware and we don't want to choose a different way. Okay? So this Queen of Swords reversed up there is a destined karmic thing. It is time for you to move on from the story that you're hot shit and you're killing it at work. It's the Phoenix. She's going to help you do that. And it will not be nice. And you will not like it. But it will lead you eventually where you need to go. Okay? I'm sorry. Oof, this is so dramatic. I feel you're like, I don't know if they share secrets. This feels like a calculated thing that's been worked on behind your back, and you were too busy being full of yourself to know it. And I'm not crapping on you. I'm not. I'm just telling you how it says and how I feel. I feel that excitement, that feeling puffed up and awesome. And you should when you achieve, okay? But you can't stay there. You can't live there. You cannot. You're about truth. And it looks like you got a little too into the ego and emotion, okay? So, these people who come to the gathering, or you go to them, and you think it's going to be all super duper, and I told you there's trouble. There's a troublemaker in the midst. I think that's that Queen of Swords. To clarify that energy, don't know how it can be more clearer. I felt it. I knew it. The devil. The devil. This is not a good situation. I don't see you losing anything, so don't freak out. All right, for Saturn, which is the most restrictive, icy energy ever, you're swimming in your palace of cups thinking everything's amazing. And who comes along and helps you out with that perception? Death. It's got to go. Why? Why can't you swimming around and be all emotionally congratulatory of yourself? Because it's not time for that anymore. It is time to go to your cave. It is time to go to your cave, honor your spirit, get into your spiritual place, and you need to focus on that like a shiny fucking diamond, and don't take your eyes off of it. And then this will let up. But not until you do this. Look at him. He's like, oh, my spirit, my spirituality. And that's going to get you back on track. That's what I see for you guys. This is very, very dramatic. It's intense. I will be shocked. If anybody's life just goes status quo and doesn't have anything like this, please email me. I really want to know what your placements are that save you from this, because it is strong. I feel your dread. I feel the blood running from your face when that bitch talks. I don't know if I don't feel like you had a romantic thing with this person, but you trusted the crap out of her. Unjustifiably so. It feels like you have to learn how to put your trust in yourself. You're looking outside, like, I have a great career and I have a lot of money and I'm swimming in the pool of emotional goodness because I'm so great. She's going to show you how great you are. It's not great. Whew. This is all getting you where you need to go. I promise. That much I do know. And I believe in that. I know it. So good luck. Let me know. Oh my gosh. If you need a private reading, hit me up. I'm going to do the same thing as before for love readings, the top 6. So please like, share, and subscribe. I mean, you know, I'm trying to get to 1,000 so I can do like just not have to record stuff. So yeah, I'll probably do more if I don't have to do all this preparatory work and videos and uploading and all that jazz.